think you can handle this, BD. Thanks, BD. Thanks for the help.
Surveyed opponent's position. Trivia position. Integrity compromised. Intruder sidestep strike.
When I first came to the United States, I was 20 years old, working as a
You want to climb up a zip line?
I didn't have much experience. I wasn't here. Also, I was very nervous.
This motor should do the
I
trick.
was growing up in a small
How does
town
it feel?
in France. I've never spent time away from France, let alone across an ocean. The English still needed work, but I was confident enough to get by. I expected it to be a good trip.
It's got to be way too chill now.
Cultural exchange, that I told my friends about when I went home. It was matched with the Joseph family. I don't want to name them shots out for privacy, but it was an upper middle class neighborhood. Private streets, nice houses, big backyards, the kind of place you'd expect to find well-behaved kids, stray moms, and dads who worked non-stop. I remember being so moved when I first arrived. I thought this would be easy. My dad happens in places like this. The Josephs had two boys, Rob and Brandon. Rob drove them on his slow. Just a typical kid. Thanks. My father was overall. Made jokes, liked the Xbox, mostly stayed out of trouble. Trying to go, frequently. Every time there's focus to that. I don't know how else to describe it. It was something better. It was like he had something social disorder. At first met him, he just stared at me without saying a word. He was embarrassed. So scared, like he was stuck.
Got an
For a
opening.
few seconds,
He's getting
smiled
lucky.
and asked for the name.
Hit the
Back
Jedi.
off of me. Said I was going to help look after him and his brother. Didn't laugh at me. Just
I
kept
gave it to
watching.
him. Okay,
Didn't take long to realize Anthony wasn't like the other kids. I was very bored but difficult. They said he had a bit of an attitude. I was the understatement of the century. But I didn't think he just had an attitude. He was mean. And I didn't do the usual bratty stuff like teasing his brother or looking served. He was lied constantly about everything. He once told his teacher that Bob tried to choke him in the kitchen, which never happened. Told the neighbor that his parents locked him in the closet that night. Then told me that the last bald pair ran away because of him, and she was never seen again. When I tried to scold him for it, I only lied and said, "Don't tell me what to do." Everything was manageable for me, even at that point, but I have to admit that I was a little frightened of him. Things only got worse from there. I drank about 2 months in, to pull back my sheets. throats. There were thumbtacks scattered all over my mattress. Just stared for a second. Dozens, maybe 100 of them, before the entrance, waiting for me to lie down. For some reason, the mattress cover had tiny punctures everywhere. I stood there in fear, realizing how close I'd come to lying on them. Brandon had been spying on me right that bed. I caught him peeking through a crack in the door when I was folding clothes. I didn't think much of it at the time. After seeing all those thumbtacks, I was so sure. I was honestly so scared. I didn't want to tell his parents and feared that they'd send me back to France, where I cleaned up the mess and kept it to myself. After that, things became more and more strange. Brandon started following me around the house. I'd catch him peeking around corners, watching him from doorways. Sometimes when I was cooking or eating, I looked up to find him sitting across the room, staring without blinking.
Get away from it!
Never
Open
saw
fire!
anything. Must admit, I graduated as much as I could out of fear. One afternoon, watering flowers in the garden, I found something wrong. A sharp, sour odor, like something rotting. I used to be a corner of the yard, there with freshly disturbed. Birds. So I grabbed one of those little garden shovels and started poking at the soil. I saw what was there, and screamed. There were 3 dead rabbits buried there. Their bodies were twisted and cut in several places. One had its legs tied together with string. I ran inside to tell my host parents. Mr. and Mrs. Joseph looked concerned at first. They told Brenda decide to ask him about it. He gave an innocent look and said it wasn't him. It was it. Believed him. Mrs. Joseph said it was probably one of the neighborhood kids and told Brenda to go back
A
inside.
worker left their tools in a hurry.
Started sleeping
They were
with my
anxious to
daddy's door
locate
locked
relics,
after that.
but also careless of the history buried
I
here.
woke up in the middle of the night to a noise in my room. I opened my eyes. I saw a shadow near my bed. It was Brandon. He was standing there, holding something. I blinked a few times. I realized what it was. It should be. I screamed as loud as I could. By the time the parents came rushing in, the night was gone. I did like shuffled out of the bed. Convinced that I'd been sleepwalking. Joseph gave me an annoyed look, as if to say, "Why are you making such a fuss?" Pointed to the knife handle sticking out from under the bed.
My men will double their efforts. We'll get inside, Officer
Mr. Joseph knelt down, pulled it out, showed it to Brandon. Just smiled and said he had never seen it before. He, of course, believed him. Told him that my door had been locked, so he must have picked it. He told me that was nonsense. I felt so alone. I had no one. I didn't know what to do. The better or worse. Wishing was made for me. The next morning, Mrs. Joseph called me to the living room, said I had stolen her jewelry. She held up a phone. Okay, here we go. Necklace I had never seen before. Told me she had found it in my purse. She was holding in her other hand. Begged her to leave, and I hadn't stolen it. There was nothing I could say to convince her. Brandon stood in the hallway, smiling to himself. He was him. They fired me on the spot. We got to France the next day. To the Brandon had destroyed my life. For months afterwards, I was extremely depressed. Thought I had blown my one chance of living in the U.S. Feared I wouldn't get another one. Fortunately, I found my way back to the States 7 years later. Still looked for it. I had a good job and good friends. Still think about Brandon from time to time. I can only imagine the person who's grown up with him. For those people, traveling alone is terrifying. Understandably so. For some reason, it's never bothered me all that much. I've always been quite independent and outgoing. Differently, people come naturally. Probably one of the reasons I decided to come out there.
How
Always wanted to
tested.
take a chance at
How
politics.
predictable.
In my opinion, the world's problems should be
yes.
solved if
I
children
know
have
you
better
need